Hi, and welcome to Film Cocktails, your one-stop shop for cocktail recipes and film reviews. Tonight we watched Ghost in the Shell, and I'm going to make a ghost out of the shell. This movie sucked my ass. So here's what you're going to need. You're going to need some Midori, which is a melon liqueur. You're going to need some gin. We're using Seagrams for our recipe. You're going to need some simple syrup, and you're going to need an ice shaker and some lime juice. And ice, of course. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to take your ice shaker, you're going to pour your ice into the shaker. You're going to add half an ounce of Midori. You're going to add 2 ounces of gin. One, 2 ounces of gin. You're going to add a half ounce of simple syrup. Then you're going to add a ounce of fresh squeezed lime juice. It's so much better when it's fresh squeezed. Then you're going to do a little shaking. Alright, we're going to put it all into a martini glass. And we're going to fine strain it to get all that fine particulate lime and ice out of it. It's got a nice green color. And then we're going to go ahead and garnish it with a cherry and a lime. Just give a little flavor, a little pizzazz, you know. Go ahead and cut my lime up here. There you have it. The ghost out of the shell. Not bad. We watched Ghost in the Shell, and it was movie. This movie was starring Scarlett Johansson as Major.
What was your impression of this movie? Let me ask you this. How much did you want to see it? Did you want to see it at all?
I didn't watch the anime. I know there's a lot of fans of this anime that are probably having really high hopes for this movie. And I think, Thomas, you saw the anime?
I watched the original anime. I enjoyed it for the most part. I don't want to get too much into the anime. It's a very slow-paced sci-fi thriller that almost has an anticlimactic ending, but it felt way more satisfying than anything in the live-action movie that we watched tonight.
The visuals were great. What do you think of the visuals?
The visuals were really good. The movie looked great. Like, all the shots were good. There's a lot of, like, really good use of slow motion and just colors and everything like that. There were some shots of the city, though, that were, like, too busy.
So it's in, like, the year 2500, and the buildings have, instead of billboards, they have giant, like, 3D holograms. Mm-hmm. It's in a future where cybernetic enhancements are a thing.
Yeah.
Humans are almost more robot than they are human.
And she's, like, this new model that's going to marry, like, human thought process with robot body. And it's just a whole big thing, and I just really did not care. And I think you had mentioned after we got out that, like, there was a theme of, like, do you lose your humanity if, you know, you become one of these cyborgs? Or
what is humanity?
Yeah.
It kind of went into that, but it didn't flush it out as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, it was definitely lacking in the whole message of the movie. Like, you could have really used this as, like, technology getting out of hand and people suffering from that.
It almost has an iRobot or Ex Machina feel with, like, the skin and the look of the robots.
Yeah.
Like, their skin, like, they take it off in pieces. Underneath it is metal framework.
Man, Ex Machina was a better Ghost in the Shell than Ghost in the Shell.
What'd you think of the characters? Scarlett Johansson. I'm beginning to think Scarlett Johansson can't act.
I'm kind of in agreement.
When she's a main role, she's monotone. She's just boring.
And like this role, like being monotone and kind of straightforward is fine.
She's a robot.
Because but like it's like that in every main
Lucy,
movie
Under
she
the
had.
Skin.
It's like they were trying to remake the anime and failed on a story level. Like the action was boring. Like
There were moments when
any action scene, I was just like
towards the ending, it's like spider tank. Whoa!
Yeah, but it wasn't exciting. Like I wasn't excited for it.
Then you had this Kevin Nash motherfucker who was like the sidekick guy. He got his eyes blown out in an explosion, and he got just like little, looked like little microscope lenses on his eyes. And there's like, and that was throughout the movie. That was kind of like almost like the comedy.
But there's really no plot to it, and there's no plot. The action isn't exciting, and the visuals get old within like 10 minutes.
We also saw it in 3D.
Yeah, we saw
it. The 3D was okay. There was moments.
There were some really great 3D shots that were worthy of it actually being shot in 3D. Unfortunately, visuals without story and characters are just boring. Like, there's nothing there, and this literally is a Ghost in a Shell. So, final thoughts on Ghost in the Shell.
I would give this one a solid pass. Don't go see this movie. It's not any good. Slow characters, slow-paced story, no plot. Decent visuals, if you're in it just to see a little action and you don't care. You're just kind of there just to watch a movie. Just, oh, there's nothing playing, let's go watch it. Maybe. But I would give it a 4 out of 10. And that's being generous.
I can't recommend it. Like, maybe on a Sunday afternoon if you're watching TNT and you're just kind of hanging out in the house and it's on, then I would watch it. But other than that, you're not going to get anything out of it. If you've seen the anime, like, there's no reason to go watch this. I would give it about the same, 4 out of 10. I was just so disappointed by this movie. Like, I was really looking forward to it. I'm a fan of like Blade Runner.
You were looking forward to it,
and it just failed. There's no substance. It's all flash, no substance, and I just cannot.
It's all foam and no beer. How's your drink?
It's good. How's your drink?
A lot better than that movie.
So drink up.
And enjoy the show.
You ever stepped on a marble before? This movie was the equivalent of that.